Just a reminder, if you want to gain access to cool emojis like these, click join next to my profile picture. Also, if you'd like to get in touch with me about real estate in New Jersey or New York State, or have any general questions, my contact information is in the description. Cheers.
What up, y'all? Today we're going to rank my favorite bait for catching preteens. $1 Arizona tea flavors.
Already with the sus shit, Joe. If you think that was out-of-pocket comment, a dollar bill emoji.
Also, don't forget to like the video at some point, gang.
If you don't like the video, I have to wonder if you're just a really miserable person or not.
Well put, gentlemen. So the first flavor we have to rank is the lemon tea flavor.
Slaps. I mean, it's just regular iced tea, but it's pretty good.
It's not great. I don't really love the lemon iced tea from Arizona compared to the other flavors.
Fair point, George. Any cold drink is going to be crisp and refreshing, but this one is too sugary and watery. I feel like not enough tea was used in the making of this flavor. Gonna go D tier for an underwhelming experience.
Heard you, bro.
That's cap, dog. You know this shit is fire.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, it's pretty good.
Arizona has that nice lemon taste to it. Tastes like a classic brisk, but more bang for your buck.
No way, your big stupid head ass just said this was like brisk.
I don't know who this guy is, who invited him.
You fucked up, Obama. Brisk is so much better. Kiss my nuts.
Yeah, get your head out of your ass.
Going C tier, it is just your average lemon iced tea. What do we think about sweet tea flavor?
This is George's cup of tea, I betcha.
Fuck is that supposed to mean? You cotton-headed ninny muggins?
I think he meant, since you're from the South, you'd like this flavor.
I know what he means. Obama, shut the fuck up, please.
You're stupid if you say you like this.
Gosh darn it. I actually despise sweet tea. It's much too sweet. Does a person have to love something just because it came from their culture? Pretty sure you hate collard greens, don't you, Obama?
Say my name one more fucking time, George.
Is it too soon to tell you that I love sweet tea?
See, that's the fucktard in the room right there.
You think we didn't know
Still
that?
kind of shocked that you said that, Joe. Sweet tea is so trash they should disband the manufacturers.
I second that, Obama. Sweet tea is like pouring sugar onto your tongue. It makes no sense when someone says, let me relax with a glass of sweet tea. Bitch, that sweet tea will make you bounce around like Kirby.
All right. Well, then, I guess we'll throw this into D tier. Next up, what do we think about the green tea?
Loci, this is the best green tea out there. I like the bottle better than the can. But it's so much better and not as well known as the other green tea brands.
Facts, George, the Arizona green tea is not to be overlooked. It's a great balanced green tea that offers refreshment and a sweet twist.
Will y'all stop jerking off this green tea? It's pretty basic. It's good, but how much different can you be with green tea?
Nobody's jerking anything off, Obama. You just sound gay. Throwing this into A tier. Now, what about Mango Madness?
Definitely the best name out of all the teas. You can't argue with that. This shit hits.
It's harder than a punch to the nuts from Michelle.
Always have my wife's name in your mouth.
More than just her name.
What?
Nothing. Some kid was just yelling right by my window.
We all heard that dog. If I were you, Obama, I'd whoop his ass immediately. Do you need his address?
I have it, don't worry, but I'm not a mentally weak pussy. This mango tea is very nice. Adds a nice pop. Something different than the typical flavors. I'd give it an A tier.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so we'll go A tier for Mango Madness. What do y'all think about Fruit Punch?
God awful. This does not taste anything like fruit punch. Well, maybe the punch part. It hits you with a flavor of ass.
Straight ass juice. But it's not that bad. Come on, guys.
Why won't you say anything bad about Fruit Punch Obama?
George, please, that's not funny now. I'm going to do all of you a favor and throw this into trash tier. Okay, now what do we think about the watermelon?
Trash? God awful. Even worse than fruit punch.
Well, hold on now, Trump.
Jesus, Obama, you can't hold back.
This is why Michelle loves me.
No. Trump, she loves me, but thanks for paying for Michelle's $500 Ruth's Chris dinner so I don't have to.
Yeah, whoa, shit just got weird.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. Does anyone even like this flavor?
Not even a little bit.
Okay, what's next? Joe, come on, keep it moving.
Okay, trash tier for watermelon then. What about Arnold Palmer?
Half and half, you mean?
It's Arnold Palmer, you asshole.
Yeah, fuck you, Trump.
This is the best damn flavor in the game. You better get the fucking name right. It's Arnold Palmer Trump, you fool.
Whatever nerds this is, hands down the best Arizona tea flavor, and that's a fact.
Yeah, where else will you get 24 ounces of mixed delicacy like that?
Nowhere. The Arnold Palmer is a classic. Fell in love with it as a kid and fully appreciated it as an adult.
Not gonna lie, this shit slaps so hard. I can rip these all day while I play zombies with the boys.
We can all agree this is going into S tier. $1 for the beat drink of your life. How you doing?
Such a cheeseball.
All right. What do we think about blueberry?
Also slaps way more low-key, but also an easy S tier.
Everyone who has tried this flavor knows it slaps. S tier from me too. The blueberry is not too subtle and not too watery.
Stop commenting on the viscosity of the blueberry tea, you gay boy.
What's wrong with being gay?
Yeah,
Nothing, Joe.
man.
Speaking of love, what do you guys think about raspberry flavor?
Don't ask stupid questions. Biden, you know this shit is S tier.
Yeah, what do you think we're going to rank this below S tier?
Yes, I would actually. While raspberry iced tea is my favorite type of iced tea, the Arizona brand doesn't deliver as well as some of the others. I'm very particular about my raspberry iced tea, and there are homemade raspberry iced teas that blow this hour of the water.
It's got to go A tier then, Joe. Just because you're a picky nerd,
Yeah, you're right. I'll throw this into S tier. What do y'all think about Grapeade?
You know, for a grape-flavored drink, this one is pretty good. Not too overpowering.
know it will never come close to grape Kool-Aid. No,
Now, that's facts. Obama grape Kool-Aid be slapping so freaking hard like, damn, but this is pretty good too. I'm going to give it a B tier.
B tier. For Trump's a bitch tier.
Hey.
Uncle Ashley, what do we think about Orangeade?
Fuck out of here. Nothing will replace OJ as an orange drink.
Absolutely no vitamin C. And you know how much I love vitamin C?
no way you're talking about health.
Dude, I see you down a large high C every time you eat McDonald's. Gobble down on these. Hey, folks, like and subscribe, and we'll get started. Let's dive into the world of water brands.
Everyone knows I love water.
Who knows that, Joe?
Didn't know that. I thought Joe always had dry mouth. Put a mouth emoji in the comments if you agree.
I, on the other hand, always stay hydrated. And it has to feel smooth going down my throat.
Whoa, now, soy boy. I know you're not drinking sparkling water then, you broke-ass peasant.
Relax, Donald. It really doesn't matter what fucking type of water someone drinks. Dasani is first up. Personally, I think it's god-awful and I hate how thick and blocky the bottle feels.
Public tap water. Does anybody want some money?
Yeah, I don't agree, George. Nothing wrong with this water. I actually quite like it compared to Poland Spring and Aquafina.
You guys know Dasani means great tits in French, right? S tier for me.
That couldn't be further from the truth. Joe, let's just focus on one language at a time.
Dasani scores a deter from me. Always there when you need it, just nothing that anyone would ever want. Now, to rank the other sewage brand, what do you think about Aquafina?
Aquafina's like the clean slate of waters, pure and unadorned. My favorite, this shit tastes so fucking good. S tier, baby.
Okay. Joey sounds like we have a big fan. Anyone else fancy an Aquafina?
That name sounds Mexican. I have to say this is an S tier water, guys. Viva Mexico, la agua mejor en el todo del mundo. Mis manos son más grandes para todas las personas aquí.
Not gonna lie, this water sucks. But I do love the way the cap screws on and off the most out of all the water brands. Plus, the logos are pretty cool and the marketing campaigns are nice.
How are you going to rank the water based on its advertising campaign? You realize that has nothing to do with the actual water, right, numb nuts?
Right. No need to go all Waterboy on me sped.
Shut the fuck up. I'm throwing this into trash tier. How about Essentia?
Essentia is brand new. I've only ever heard about this because of word of mouth. They're like Evian, but Evian did it first.
Yeah, it's the best water brand, so it doesn't surprise me that Joe is out of the loop. This water is crisp, feels clean, and is just the perfect viscosity. I tell all of my friends to drink Essentia.
Feels a bit over-engineered, like a smartphone with too many features.
What the fuck are you saying? George, this is water. There are no features. You catch dementia too. This is definitely overrated though. You're right about that.
Essentia earns a B tier on my list. Obama, shut your mouth, please. Your views on smart water?
Smart water is called smart because only stupid people drink it. You can't brand a water as luxury and then have it taste like mercury.
Not gonna lie, it did piss me off that it tasted like Dasani, even though it's supposed to be for the affluent.
A bit too hyped up for what it is, but is it really that bad?
I like the clean taste. Psych, just kidding. No, I don't. Smart water into trash tier. Okay, what do we think about Voss water?
Only one step above smart water, but another fake traitorous scum of a luxury water brand.
Pretty sure this was a thing back in the early 2000s, but it shouldn't have been. What were we thinking as a society using Voss water as a symbol of luxury?
Yeah, that never made sense to me. Voss water has always been a trash tier water for me.
I enjoy the elegance, and apparently most of the country did too at one point. I'm throwing into C tier. That's the best I can do. Opinions on sparkling San Pellegrino.
Fair ranking, George. I can live with it. Sparkling San Pellegrino is terrible. It takes all of the beneficial parts of drinking water out the window. Harsh, not refreshing, and with added chemicals.
The fizziness adds a playful twist, though. so you're always drinking it in style. My boy Andrew Tate would kill me if I put this below B tier.
It's good and it's not harsh if you're not a pussy, Joe. Tate is an asshole, though, and I don't think this is going above A tier.
I love the zest it brings, and I'm with Andrew Tate on this one. Beta males hate fizz in their water. S tier.
Sparkling San Pellegrino is going A tier. It's very unique and always great for digesting your food at large restaurant meals. I don't know where I would be today without this water. Let's talk about Nestle Pure Life.
It's the practical choice. I mean, this shit is loaded into every office and household from here to Pluto.
We don't talk about Pluto anymore, Joe. This water is very good for the price. I like it a lot. Thinking B tier on this one.
Sometimes it tastes a bit flat, like a story that needs more depth. I'd go D tier.
I appreciate its accessibility, and it's good for what it is. Nestle Pure Life is getting a B tier. Next up, we have the fan favorite Poland Spring.
It's bullshit, and you know it, but I don't really care about Nestle water. Poland Spring is the common man's water. I support it, but I'd only go C tier. It's so old and boring.
The whole tier list is about water, Trump. You just have to find the fine linings between the water brands. Poland Spring has always been there, giving it a solid A tier.
It's reliable but not extraordinary, like a well-made classic movie.
I enjoy its refreshing quality, and it's a really great water for something so accessible. I'm going to GPO A tier.
Facts. Poland Spring gets an undisputed A tier. What do we think about Evian?
Evian is the best, and I mean the best. Don't tell me it's too thick. That is nonsense.
Its mineral content makes it to the...
What did I just say, old man?
Okay, fine. It's not too thick. It's actually quite delicious, really. I like it. I'm going to go D tier.
Fresh opinion.
Yeah, well, this isn't the best in my eyes either.
Yeah, well, shut the fuck up, nerd. This water is the best, and I happen to agree with Donnie. It tastes the best, feels refreshing, and tastes cleaner than any of the other luxury water brands. Fiji is a close second, but not as good as Evian. Throwing this baddie into S tier.
That's so unfair.
Fuck off. Next up, how do we feel about Life Water?
I think the branding is a creative play, but the water is okay. I would go B tier.
No, bro, this water is pretty bomb. Its packaging is the worst part about it. Obama, you have awful taste. I'm going C tier.
This water gives me no life. Its packaging is bleak, and its contents are dry as water can be. Trash tier.
Finally speaking some sense. I hate how they put this in such a basic bottle, and then it tastes like Dasani on the inside. False advertising. Gonna throw this into D tier since the water still gets the job done. Opinions on Fiji water?
Fiji water is the best water, bro. There's a reason why all the rappers are so particular about this shit. They really know how to enjoy really expensive, pointless shit, so I trust them with this. S tier.
Still can't remember who or what made this so popular. I don't think it's much different than Poland Spring Joe, and it has a premium attached, so I'd go D tier.
You just don't know what's good, Obama. You suck. Fiji water is top tier. Throw it into S.
Yeah, for real, bro. You too broke to buy water. I'm putting this into S tier. Yes, I know that's a lot of S tires. I'm passionate about hydration. Finally, Deer Park water. Your thoughts?
This is for outdoorsy activities. Like it always just feels right in my hand. I can use it to water my plants. And there are deer on the label, so it looks cool when I'm outside in nature.
Yes, very fine water. I appreciate the hunting culture in this great nation as well, and it's the one water used for hunting, also the most used water for paintballing. Deduct from that whatever you want. Anyway, I'm going B tier. I think it's just like Dasani.
Yeah, same. No idea where this water comes from, but it does taste a bit more natural than the others. Then again, I drink tap water just because I'm too lazy to wait for the water filter.
That's disgusting, Obama. No wonder why you're so fucked up in the head. Deer Park water is going B tier. If you made it this far, subscribe to the damn channel, heathen. Hello all and welcome back. You all look incredibly attractive. If you didn't know, I've owned every single one of these guitar bodies, and so have all the boys you see here. Let's start with the Gibson Flying V. What are your
Flying V
thoughts?
sounds like when the guy slides on both of his knees towards the edge of the stage and his legs look like the shape of a V.
It's a statement piece like wearing a Speedo at a kid's party with Stephen Hawking.
That is a very uniquely specific party, Joe. You wouldn't be thinking about Epstein's summer parties, would you? The Flying V is great. I got to go S tier. It makes me look like a bald eagle.
Feels so
America.
great to shred on My fingers feel so good on those deep riffs, and shoddies always check out my package when I use this.
Now, the Les Paul Classic.
The Les Paul is the epitome of classic rock. Prove me wrong.
Its rich, warm tones are like listening to a classic vinyl record in a cozy room.
It can be heavy, though, not always the vibe I'm looking for. Not a big fan, actually. I'd go C tier. Old and boring, one-dimensional.
I love its timelessness. Les Paul scores an S tier. A legendary and timeless piece. Will always be one of the greats. Your opinions on the Fender Stratocaster?
You want to talk classics, big boy? I have about 10 of these. Gifts and personal gifts.
It's like a chameleon, fitting into any style you want to portray.
Super sleek, bro. I really like this one. Obama, is that where all the taxpayer money went?
And it's comfortable to play, even in Gaza during wartime. With the Stratocaster, you can look cool in any situation. Fender Stratocaster earns an S tier as well. This was many people's first guitar. Thoughts on the Epiphone Casino?
What the fuck is this fat-ass guitar? And it's so basic, like who the hell wants to reach around this fat gorilla?
Nothing wrong with a little chunkiness, Obama. Fuck you for fat-shaming this guitar body.
The feedback can be an issue, and like Obama said, I don't really see the point in reaching around this morbidly obese guitar. It makes it so much harder to play and makes me feel like a basic noob.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I can't even wrap my hands around this thing. I used to think Hunter was heavy when he was a baby, but this heavier than all my kids and my grandkids.
Epiphone Casino going trash tier. They should have named it the Burrito or something. Next up, we have the Rickenbacker 3000.
It's the quintessential jangle pop guitar. If she doesn't know what a Rickenbacker is, she's too young for you, bro.
Nonsense. No such thing as too young.
The body shape can feel a bit awkward, just like all of Joe's comments pertaining to young children. Can't you hear the word young without jizzing your pants, old man Jenkins?
But it stands out, like who doesn't love to say the word Rickenbacker? I'd go B tier.
Rickenbacker 300, ranking down in C tier. Unique and distinctive, but a bit impractical for today's age unless you want to be the Rickenbacker guy. What do you guys think about the Gibson Explorer?
Fair pick, but still fuck you, George. This body is pretty cool, but nothing too crazy.
Fuck you, Obama. This thing is amazing for the price. It's pretty much the same thing as the Ibanez Destroyer that costs twice as much.
It's a bit of a behemoth, though, like handling my huge cack.
Compared to you, anything is a behemoth, Joe. You sicken me with every step and every breath you take. I'd go A tier. It's very high quality for the price.
Hold on there, D-Money. This is going into B tier. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's good. Get your money up. Opinions on the classic acoustic?
It's the bread and butter of guitars. So simple yet beautiful. There's a reason why it hasn't been changed that much.
Old, blonde, girthy, and sounds beautiful. This guitar copied the fuck out of me. I need to go trash tier.
It also lacks flair and is somewhat hard to play at times. Old boomer. Shit. But you have to respect this body style.
But it's the foundation. How are you going to say anything bad about this one? Ed Sheeran still uses this shit.
Classic acoustic gets an A tier from me. They could have tweaked it, made it a little thinner and more customizable. The stock strings hurt my fingers a lot. What about the slope-shouldered dreadnought?
It's got a booming presence in the soprano, but my voice is more of an alto.
Its rich, deep sound is amazing for the low end.
You two Democrats sound so gay. Like, yeah, I bet you do love the low end, Obama. And Joe, you aren't even masculine enough to rank these with us.
Well spoken, George. These soy boys are really fucking with my head. It's not the best guitar, very niche, actually. But when you can find someone who's comfortable on one, particularly during country songs, this body is really badass. I'd give it a B tier.
Slope-shouldered dreadnought earns a D tier from me. Very much a Western cowboy type of guitar, which is totally not my style. I left all that shit behind me when I was 18 and never looked down. Your thoughts on the parlor guitar?
Looks like two tits turned sideways, never the same size. Trash tier?
It is quite intimate, isn't it?
It's nice that the body is smaller than some of the others and easier to play. However, there is something ugly about this one. I'm going to go trash tier as well.
Is nobody going to talk about the obvious catfish? Like, this guitar isn't an acoustic guitar.
Guys, I can understand the sideways tits and catfishing sentiments, but the guitar actually plays really well and makes for little to no buzz. I have to go C tier. I won't go any lower. Lastly, the Grand Auditorium. What do you think?
Gonna be honest, this shit looks the same as a lot of the other bodies. Basic and unoriginal, gotta go trash tier.
You don't need as much power to get that strong, big sound, though. Just that alone makes me want to give it A tier.
Feel you, Obama. This guitar really makes playing much more enjoyable. It's especially useful when you're playing with a drummer who just wants to smash
Stop
that shit
calling
as
me
loudly
that
as
asshole.
possible.
I gotta go S tier just for that. My fingers break sometimes when I play with other guitar bodies.
Grand Auditorium gets an S tier from me, too. Everybody go follow us on your social media. Giveaways and contests are coming. All right, that's all for today, guys. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments.
Hey guys, welcome back to another upload from the Broke Presidents. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons to support our demented aspirations. Let's start with Vaseline. What are your thoughts?
Vaseline is highly effective for dry, chapped lips. It's a classic. Plus, the new varieties are also insanely tasty while also being the most effective.
You also thought that a wall would be the most effective way to keep illegals out. We showed you what the deal was. Yeah, we did that.
We did that, bitch.
Not something to be proud of, you inbreds. Vaseline is better than chapstick. You only have to reapply like once as opposed to chapstick. S tier for Vaseline.
It can feel a bit greasy on the lips. Some of the migrants I know just Vaseline themselves up and slip right through Trump's border wall.
Yeah, that shit didn't work at all. We just walk around it, go through the holes, go under it, or go above it. You suck, Trump.
Just let me know when you're done disrespecting the greatest wall ever built. This chapstick deserves S tier.
It's good for severe dryness and protection against harsh weather.
Vaseline gets an S tier, the most effective chapstick. Next, Burt's Bees.
Burt's Bees is natural and comes in various flavors. It's very popular, but there are dangerous heavy metals inside of it, so I wouldn't go near it with a 5-foot pole.
Why do you need so many degrees of separation from people? I think this says a lot about you.
You're the last person who should be a therapist, Joe.
For real, the inside of your brain is literally a hamster running on a treadmill.
It's a guinea pig, not a hamster, bro.
Excuse us, Joe. The peppermint flavor is refreshing, but some might find it too strong. Anyway, that's the only flavor I like.
It's effective and made with quality ingredients.
You're not supposed to eat it, Joe.
I do whatever I want. Bitch, I'm the president. Bone, apple, teeth.
The texture is smooth and not too waxy. I'd give it a B tier.
Burt's Bees scores a trash tier from me. Way too basic and not enough substance. What about Blistex?
Blistex offers medicated options, which are great for healing and sounds the most professional.
It can have a medicinal taste, though.
Yikes. I hate medicine. It's good for severe chapped lips and offers sun protection too, though. That has to count for something.
Medicine is a taste you should learn to love, Joe.
The formula is a bit thicker, which provides long-lasting moisture. I'd go A tier.
Blistex earns a trash tire. Anything that is associated with medicine gets a trash tier for me. How about Carmex?
Carmex is very effective, probably the most effective of the stick variety.
I'm sure Obama could tell us which stick is the best.
What is that supposed to mean, George? It has a distinctive medicinal scent and tingling sensation, but I'd say this stick is a B tier.
Probably not thick enough for him.
Michelle's stick is much better, right?
Someone get Joe some milk. His lips look like they've been frozen and dry for 1,000 fucking years.
Gentlemen, let's stay the course.
My lips need surgery. Honestly, they are really dry, I won't lie. Carmex is a bit heavy and has a glossy finish, which might not appeal to everyone.
It's long-lasting and offers good protection in cold weather. A tier from me.
Carmex gets an A tier, effective and protective, but a bit heavy, just like a car. Let's discuss EOS.
How can a grown man carry one of these?
Ball of chapstick, and it looks fucking sick, bro. What do you mean?
Dude, these are the best tasting and longest lasting chapsticks ever. Chapstick will last me years.
The flavors are great, but the moisturizing effect doesn't last very long. More hype than functionality.
It's more about the aesthetic appeal than effectiveness, you uncultured swine. Back in the day, we used to use beaver sweat on our lips, but this chapstick really shows how far we've come.
Doesn't surprise me. You've had sexual relations with a beaver dog.
The round shape is fun, but not always practical for carrying in a pocket. I'm going to go B tier as my official ranking.
EOS scores a B tier, visually appealing and nicely flavored, but less effective. The amount of eyebrows this raises for grown men is concerning. What about original chapstick?
Original chapstick is one of the best to ever do it. Lots of flavors and cost-effective.
Flavors, they all taste watered down and are ineffective. Can't believe you think these are one of the best.
Formula is a bit waxy too, and this shit always gets lost or rubs off. Fuck this shit.
Listen, there would be no chapsticks without this brand. And now, the sheer amount of flavors boosts its score tremendously. I'm going to go S tier.
Original chapstick gets a B tier. It's great and has been around for a while, but it rubs off way too easily, and the flavors aren't as good as the competition anymore. What about Lip Smacker?
What the fuck is this?
You know, my brother got me these for Christmas, and they slap pretty hard.
Lip Smacker's doing it the right way. The packaging, flavor, and effectiveness are all there. Plus, you can get like 8 sticks in one pack. I can literally taste Diet Coke 24/7 with these. S tier.
It's more popular for its flavors and scents than its moisturizing properties. I call bullshit that this is actually made with care.
It's a favorite among younger users for its playful aspect, but I'm too old for childish chapsticks.
You'd be better off with that Beaver Sweat Joe, or just check into the hospital because your lips may need resuscitating.
Lip Smacker earns an S tier. Best chapstick out there, and it's brand new. Fun and flavorful, plus with the different colors you can check and see when it needs to be reapplied. Okay, that's all for today, folks. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Hello, gang. Y'all are looking stupendous today. Hit the like and subscribe buttons now, bitches. Okay, let's start with ketchup. What are your thoughts?
Ketchup is a classic. It's sweet and tangy and goes with so many foods. Did you know it originally wasn't made with tomatoes?
Probably tasted a lot better.
You just hate vegetables. Trump, fuck you.
Fuck you, Obama. The tomato's a fruit, not a vegetable. Get your facts straight.
That's a riot coming from you, Joe. Where's the Ukraine money at?
So, about ketchup. Some might find it a bit too sweet or overused. Also, there is a lot of sugar in ketchup, my doctor said. If I eat one packet, I will shit out of my corneas.
Surprised you don't already do that, Joe. It's also versatile in cooking, used in sauces and marinades.
Ketchup gets an A tier. Great on cheesesteaks, fries, chicken fingers, and some sick fucks like myself eat it with our eggs. Now, the sister condiment, mustard.
You mean the brother condiment, Obama? This is way more masculine than ketchup.
Oh, hop off my dick, old man.
There are so many varieties, from Dijon to honey mustard, and I really can get into this condiment. Always put it on soft pretzels if there is no cheese available.
George, when did you turn into a fat fuck?
As soon as I started eating Jill's box.
Which box? The $5 Philip box? Yeah, she always bringing that home for me. Don't be too jealous.
No one is jealous, Joe, trust me. Jill seems like a demented character with no substance.
Hey, that's my wife, bitch.
You might want to confirm that with her before you say it. So, mustard is a man's condiment. Definitely a nice complement to any protein source, sandwich, pretzel, or other hearty meal.
Mustard is also used in dressings and to enhance various dishes.
Shut the fuck up, George. Nobody wants to hear the whole mustard on salad shit. Mustard scores a C tier.
You
Flavorful
bitch.
and diverse, but an acquired taste. Now, what about relish?
You're not a real man.
Bend over.
What, Joe?
Nothing.
We all heard you, bro. What the fuck? Relish adds a sweet and pickled flavor, but I wouldn't eat it alone like some freaks would.
It's a bit specific in its use. True, but it slaps so fucking hard, dog. Come on now.
Slaps me with Ogata, and that's no fun. I swear. Relish is like a useless condiment.
It's more of a niche condiment, not used as broadly as others. Had to correct you, George. Go A tier.
Relish earns a D tier. It can really slap on the right burger or hot dog, but for the most part, it tastes kind of whack. Now, what about hot sauce? I know we have a few hot sauce fiends out there.
Hot sauce adds spice and heat. It's very popular in various cuisines, but I'm not one of those people who puts this on everything. That's a bit odd to me.
The range of hot sauces available is huge, from mild to extremely hot. Basically, all of them put me in the hospital.
It can overpower the flavor of food if used too heavily. I feel you, Joey.
Hot sauce is great for adding a kick to dishes. But does anyone over the age of 30 actually eat this without gastrointestinal issues?
Everyone is different, Joe. The fuck you mean? Hot sauce is going A tier. You can't disrespect it. Next up, what do we think about mayo?
Mayonnaise is creamy and rich. It's a base for many other sauces and dressings. Plus, how can you eat a sandwich without mayo? Especially you, Joe. It must feel like knives going down your dry-ass esophagus.
It's essential in sandwiches, salads, and even some baked goods. Especially for Joe because he's so old and dusty. Surprised he hasn't switched to a liquid diet yet.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going S tier. Life is just better when you use mayo.
Some people are not fond of its texture or flavor. I mean, it tastes like fertilized eggs and heavy cream mixed in with mucus.
God, Joe, that is repulsive. You sick fuck, how am I going to get any sleep tonight?
Vile old man.
Come on, guys. People have said worse things about mayo.
I beg to differ.
Like hell they have. Joe, that was creatively disgusting.
Mayonnaise scores an A tier. It's more of a necessity than a flavor add. What about sauerkraut?
Sauerkraut adds a tangy and fermented flavor. It's great with sausages and on sandwiches.
Who would have known it tastes great on sausages? Wow, Georgia, you really are extremely intelligent, aren't you? I know you're from the South, but man, that was stupid.
Just making conversation, Donald. You know, think Stormy Daniels.
How dare you? I never put a finger on her.
Classic case of picks, or it didn't happen. Sauerkraut is great, but it's not just for German sausages. This thing adds some volume to meals that would otherwise leave you hungry. I'd go B tier for its functionality.
Sauerkraut is also known for its health benefits as a fermented food.
Why don't you eat it then, bitch?
Its use is more limited compared to other condiments. I'd give it a trash tier. What do you even use this for besides sausages?
Buttholes.
Sauerkraut gets a D tier. It's quite enjoyable, but also pretty useless half the time. Now, finally, what do you guys think about BBQ sauce?
BBQ sauce is versatile and comes in various sweet, tangy, and smoky flavors.
As a certified grill master, I want to give this an S tier. However, this is not a one-size-fits-all condiment, and usually only 15 calories per serving, so I need to drown whatever I'm eating with it.
Some BBQ sauces can be too sweet or too smoky for certain palates. But this has G.W. Bush written all over it. Spank the donkey and throw some BBQ sauce on that bad boy.
Oh, what now, George?
George, yeah, we don't speak gator. What the fuck kind of Waterboy-esque comment was that you just made?
Shut the fuck up.
Come on, man, this is the household favorite. How many times did BBQ sauce save you from the bland-ass dinner your mom's made? S tier.
BBQ sauce is going exactly there, no questions asked. A little BBQ sauce goes well on anything. They flavor so many packaged products around this BBQ flavor, and there is no better sauce to have on meat. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We're working hard to improve the voices and the graphics. It just takes time. Only me here working on this shit. Bye.
Welcome, boys and girls. Y'all are looking mighty dashing this evening. Hit that like and subscribe button for Grand Zaddy Joey. First up, chocolate sprinkles. What's the scoop?
Joe, you have some serious issues that are beyond help. Type a brain emoji in the comments if you agree. Chocolate sprinkles are a classic. Personally, I like them better than the rainbow. I'd go S tier.
Oh yeah, these are definitely some heat. If we're talking fruity pebbles, I prefer the rainbow over chocolate. However, I wouldn't sell out my chocolate ass this
I think
time.
they're a bit
S
too
tier as well.
ordinary. Chocolate chips are better.
Can't I ever talk to you without you mentioning fucking chocolate chips and how much you love them? Why do I feel like I'm always talking to a special needs student when I'm talking to my own damn president? It's a B tier from me, boys. Rainbow sprinkles are way better in my most humble opinion, good sirs.
Chocolate sprinkles get a B tier. A classic, if not a bit understated. Now, gummy bears. Your thoughts?
Gummy bears are my favorite ice cream topping. Can't tell me there's better out there. They're the perfect consistency to go with ice cream and add a different kind of sweetness that is quite complimentary.
Well, gummy bears are for fat white fathers with diabetes, so it makes sense that you would enjoy topping your ice cream off with these. In my opinion, the rubbery texture ruins the creaminess of the ice cream, but only a real man would have pushed the difference. D-tire.
That's blasphemy, Obama, fuck you, and your whole family.
What now, Joey boy?
Gummy bears are a close second to chocolate chips, Obama. I'm taking that one personally.
Yeah, me too. Obama, fuck you, gummy bears are the shit on ice cream. Standalone, they're okay, but in ice cream, they're elite. Like, for real, someone needs to look at your brain, Obama. Gummy bears, really.
Gummy bears score an S tier. Everything about this screams ice cream fanatic. Okay, next up we have the rainbow sprinkle.
So joyous, but I can't throw my chocolate sprinkles under the bus. Throw them into B tier, although even that hurts my soul a little bit.
S tier, guys. Nothing like a hand-spun vanilla cone with rainbow sprinkles. I don't fuck with the lighter colored sprinkles, though. The crunchier, darker colored ones are better.
Bro, just because it has more dye in it, you like it more. Tell me you wouldn't eat shit if it was covered in rainbow sprinkles.
No promises, Beat-In. You're the only one making empty promises here.
Ain't that the truth? At least when Obama was going to fuck the country, he told us before he stuck it in. Anyway, the rainbow sprinkles are elite. Like Donald said, nothing better on top of a vanilla cone.
Okay, I can't lie. I'm also a huge fan of these on my ice cream. It really adds a great candy flavor. Gonna put these into S tier too. How about Oreos as a topping?
Oreos are pretty heat, but I think sprinkles will always be better on ice cream. I'd go C tier. Graham crackers, I think, are also better on ice cream, not gonna lie.
Just like with the cookies, the icing tastes much better than the chocolate cookie inside the ice cream. I like it, but not that much. If it were an Oreo Blizzard, I'd say S tier, but if it's not, I'd go A tier instead.
Sometimes they can overpower the ice cream, though. There's no chocolate chip ice cream without the chocolate ice cream.
They go well with just about any flavor, though. You got to respect it. So I'm going A tier.
Oreos get a B tier from me. Kind of played out. I love it on my yogurt, though. I get Yo Crunch every week. Sponsor me. Anyway, what do we think about apple crumb?
Apple crumb is like a reverse apple pie. It's so awesome and delicious, but I love pie a la mode much more. Going B tier.
Reverse these nuts in your mouth, George. This shit is ass. How can pie a la mode and this taste so different?
Are your nuts twisted or something? This is pretty trash. I don't ever remember eating this, so I'm going to go trash tier.
It's a unique choice for sure. Got to go D tier, because I'm usually not in the mood for it. Your views on Snickers?
Snickers are a good mix of everything. Chocolatey, crunchy, and smooth.
Sounds like my ass cheeks.
Gross, Joe. We really didn't want to hear that.
Yeah, well, I said it. Okay, get over it.
You sick fuck. These Snickers bars are pretty good. I don't mind them, but don't love them, and would only give this a C tier.
C tier for Joe's ass cheeks from me, too.
Putting Snickers into B tier. Don't knock it till you try it, all right? What about Butterfingers?
C tier. C tier for Joe's ass cheeks from me, too. Butterfingers are way too sweet for ice cream, and it's so fucking hard to consume. My teeth literally feel like they've been molested by Joe after eating.
Damn it, tastes that good?
Yeah, it do. Wait a minute. No, I meant to say, that's terrible. How can you say such a thing?
These are so amazing in ice cream, but have to agree with you, George. Like biting into a rock. Trash tier.
Y'all are pussies. This shit slaps. I love biting down into something that doesn't fold like a beer pong table. A tier from me.
Butterfingers is going trash tier, Trump. You can't deny that you risk going to the dentist when you order this. M&Ms?
Okay, these are much easier to eat. I think M&Ms are amazing, but they get old on ice cream. I also don't like seeing the dye get into the ice cream.
If it's in McDonald's McFlurries, then I love it. Yeah, I've got to go A tier.
You sound like such a fat preteen. This shit is nothing special in ice cream. Like way too much going on with the texture of candy, texture of chocolate, the swirls of dye, and all that. I'd go D tier personally.
But they're a hit with kids, so I got to go A tier. How do you feel about graham crackers?
Graham crackers are great in ice cream, but they aren't the best. I'd go B tier.
They're subtly sweet and crunchy, but not too overwhelming.
They can get soggy, though, and then they just taste bad. George, why I feel like a lot of things overwhelm you.
George says that all the time because he needs to pretend to show more sympathy ever since the incident. Am I the only one who thinks these are one of the best ice cream toppings?
Yes, Obama. Graham crackers score a B tier. Stop being so dramatic about the fucking graham crackers. Chocolate syrup, I gotta go S tier. But would you guys like to say anything?
Chocolate syrup is like the finishing touch on a masterpiece. It ties everything together.
It's rich, smooth, and sticky as a motherfucker.
Are you saying it's a good thing that it's sticky? You are so fucking confusing.
I don't understand either. S tier it goes. Coming off of that, what about butterscotch syrup?
Butterscotch syrup is even better than chocolate syrup, in my opinion. This shit was made for ice cream. Prove me wrong.
True. I don't see butterscotch syrup being used anywhere else.
This is a bit too sweet for me and a bit too childish. However, it does slap very, very hard on ice cream, so I'd give it an A tier for the purposes of this video.
Way too rich for me.
Broke boy.
Fuck you, Trump. I'd give it a C tier.
It's not the best, you're right. I'm gonna throw this piece of shit into S tier. Now, let's talk about whipped cream.
Well, what did you just do? Bro, you make no fucking sense.
His dementia has ascended to levels above human comprehension. Whipped cream is S tier, by the way. There's a reason they sell whipped cream dispensers everywhere.
It's a little bit too light for my nipples.
Whoa, shit.
Oh, hell no.
Whoa, hold on now. I meant to say it is too light when it ripples.
Try again, Joe.
Thanks for playing, you sick fuck. Just throw it into S tier. What's next?
Copy. Opinions on maraschino cherries.
You can't put these into S tier because they're so small. The cherry on top would lose its meaning if you put it too high.
The best finishing move in ice cream history. If I'm allowed to, I just load my ice cream up with these. They're healthy, right?
I don't think they are even real cherries. Like they are way too sweet and fake tasting.
They're quite charming and add a lot to the look as well as the taste. You all are ugly if you put this below S tier. I mean, we're ranking toppings, and this is the top of the top.
Oh yeah, that's true. I love top, and this is the top of the top, so I'm topping it off into the top spot. What about caramel syrup?
Caramel syrup is like liquid gold in the ice cream world, S tier. Now, Joe.
Great looking topping, sure. Caramel is something you either love or hate, and to be honest, I feel like this is a mid-syrup. Yeah, the real secure alpha males will either pick between chocolate or butterscotch, no in between. This light-skinned ass, half chocolate, half butterscotch syrup, is pathetic to even think about.
Obama is channeling his own light-skin insecurities through his caramel syrup opinion.
Fuck you, Trump. Suck a dick.
No, that's exactly what happened, Obama. No shame in that. Besides, you've been on record multiple times proclaiming your love for the craft of giving extraordinary blowjobs.
Yeah, that's a sticky situation, Obama, like a sweet trap that's hard to escape. Like if caramel syrup would somehow wind up on the bottom of your shoe. Caramel syrup earns a solid B tier from me. Your views on Kit Kats?
Better as a standalone chocolate, but decent in ice cream.
You enjoy some pretty weird things, Obama, and this one is no exception. The ice cream completely ruins the flavor of the Kit Kat and kills your ice cream with weak waffles.
The leakier the better, and these soak up too much leakiness. I agree with Donald.
We all agree then, these Kit Kats suck ass when placed in ice cream. It's like if Obama were to drone strike an ice cream cone and completely destroy it. That makes me so freaking mad. Let's discuss snow caps.
Snow caps are like an A tier minimum. I know y'all like these too.
Very nostalgic, but I never actually choose to put these on my ice cream. Like, who the fuck even eats these? I only see them at Cold Stone. D tier.
I eat these at the movie theater, actually, Trump. Back row rim jobs. Nuff said.
Oh, why the fuck do you go to the movies?
Let me just get back to you on those snow caps, Joe. They are okay, but nothing special. I mean, there's a reason why they aren't carried in most stores. Going C tier, though, because they actually taste quite good, especially in ice cream.
Snow caps are going A tier from me. But it doesn't surprise me that the snow caps would have a lot of haters. If they're not hating on you, you aren't doing it right, my little baby snow caps. Lastly, marshmallows. What do you think? Let's start with Donald, since he reminds me of a big marshmallow.
Fuck off, Joe. Maybe you can choke on me while you try to eat me or suffocate yourself from sniffing my fluffy marshmallow ass. Sorry, I just don't like marshmallows. F tier.
Mans dishes it out, but can't take it. Okay. Marshmallows are great, but they're disgusting in ice cream.
Why the hell did you even put this on there?
You're right, guys. Fuck these marshmallows. Trash tier. Now I'm gonna go order some snow caps off of Amazon. Subscribe for a part 2.
All right, welcome back, you hooligans. It's Wizzle Man, and I will be ranking banks with y'all. First up, let's talk about Chase. Money falling. Wait a minute. What are your thoughts on Chase, boys?
Chase is like the Hollywood star of banks, flashy everywhere, and you can't help but notice it.
Sure, if by star you mean overrated, just like those black and white movies. God, I remember when Technicolor came out. That was so exciting.
I disagree. It's reliable, like that one friend you always show us up on side. A solid A tier.
I'm just going to sit back and listen, since I know more about banks than all of you. And if I try to talk to you about it, you're not going to understand a word that I say. But anyway, you said reliable. It's more like predictable and boring. Take it away from these things in the sea. It's a C tier for me.
It's like a superhero movie, man. It's big, bold, and everywhere you look.
But like most sequels, it never lives up to the hype. Always promises more than it delivers, Obama. Always got to over-deliver and under-promise on our end.
But boys, it's very reliable. I'm in the city and just about on my boys' bank with Chase as well.
No, it's more like a one-hit wonder. Good words and then just repetitive every time that you go.
Interesting points. I'll throw Chase up into A tier. It's pretty lit. Well known, but a bit too mainstream. Next, Bank of America. Your thoughts?
It's like the McDonald's of banks. Yes, you heard me right, Donald. Fuck you, everywhere. But is that really a good thing?
Exactly. It's the fast food of finance. Quick, easy, but you might regret it later if you know what I'm saying.
Bank of America is like an old pair of shoes, my man. It looks terrible from the outside. It doesn't really feel too good on the inside. And you always leave with a fucking feeling of regret, pissed off at their shitty customer service.
Come on, guys. What is Bank of America really there for you? The ATMs are always out of service. The customer service is usually pretty trash, but what can you expect to give loans to anyone? Remember, but I only got a loan of $1 million, and that wasn't easy, my man. That wasn't easy.
Dave, it's like an old sitcom, just like The Apprentice, familiar and everywhere, very much outdated, I might add.
Outdated and cheesy, just like you now. It's like that rerun you watch because there's nothing else on.
But you know what? Look, it's always there when you need it, guys. Come on. If you ever need a business loan, business credit card, don't give it to any motherfucker.
Come on, guys. It's as bland as plain oatmeal, okay? I'll go on with a D tier. Listen, it's more like that friend who just never changes, no matter how many terrible decisions that they make. Predictable.
Yeah, Bank of America is going to be tier for me. This for everybody on welfare. Common. Definitely could use some fucking spice, man. When I go to get racks, Bank of America is probably the last bank I think of. All right, what are your takes on Citibank?
Citibank tries to be a tech startup, a little flashy and modern, but it lacks depth.
Exactly. All style and no substance. It's like a flashy gadget that nobody really needs, like a pocket protector.
Let's see, Bank. I appreciate their attempts to innovate, okay? It's like jazz music. It's not for everyone, but it has its moments. They're not dumb people over there.
Jazz music. It's more like it's too much trying too hard to be different, George. Overcomplicated. And it might even piss you off inside.
It's more like a sci-fi movie with those blue and white colors. Try to be futuristic, that just ends up confusing everyone.
Agreed. It's like they're trying too hard to be cool. It's a D tier for me. They don't call me Joe Cool for no reason.
Listen, just because they like to lead the charge in the banking industry and everyone knows their name, you know what? The stock price actually does pretty well for itself. I'm going to give it the C tier.
Just like your 9/11 story. John, it's very inconsistent, guys. I got to go with the D tier for this one, too.
But they don't close Citibank shitty bank for no reason, boys. The shit is whack. I think everyone under that age 18 banks at Citibank, but all the adults move their shit out of there as soon as they become of age. I might give it a D tier. Now let's discuss TB.
Plus, probably the lowest fucking interest rate of a savings account that I've ever seen in my life. TB Bank is like that NB film, not the biggest player, but it's got charm.
Yeah, charming but forgettable. It's like a movie you enjoy but never rewatch. It's a C tier from me.
I think TD is very underrated. They have great customer service and great couches, honestly. I'd give it an A tier.
Great service. Do you even have a TB Ameritrade or a TD bank account? The TB Ameritrade is out of business now. Couldn't be me.
Damn, I'm really into the movie references today. You know, it's like a cozy mystery novel. Why do I always reference Nia? Damn it. Not the most thrilling, but comfortable.
But I do love the green colors. Comfortable, but forgettable. Like a book you put down and never finish. Oh, wait, I can't read.
Listen, folks, this is a hidden gem, okay? If you've never been to a TD Bank before, you need to fucking go inside one. It's extremely comfortable.
Yes, okay. I'm glad I didn't have to interject anywhere in here, boys. You've been very well behaved. TD Bank, for me, it's a solid B+ tier. All right, now finally, let's talk about M&T Bank.
M&T is like a local diner, man. Absolute fucking trash, but at least it's small and cozy.
Small and cozy, but you wouldn't think it date there. It's just unimpressive. I'd rather just go to the McDonald's plate and for my vates.
Like a friendly neighborhood cafe. M&T's got a personal touch, though. It's like a handwritten letter in gold.
Hidden gem or like a cafe, that's nice, but that's never your first choice. Was that's a nice touch, sure, but sometimes you need more than just nice, okay?
Small scale, man, but it has its moments. So to be honest with you, I don't really know anyone that banks here. I just know I've been scammed a couple times. Yep. Big money makers over there.
Small scale and amateurish. It's like watching a high school play. I'd give it a D tier.
Look, everything is homemade. Marson and Triborough, or whatever the fuck their names are, they're two very great people, I'm sure. But you know what? I just don't know anything about this bank. I guess I'll give it a B tier.
Comforting, maybe, but it lacks finesse. And I am the OG finesser. I say we go B tier.
Yeah, this is mostly for Indian people. And there's a lot of scams going on right now at M&T Bank, but, more power to you. M&T Bank, I'll give it a C tier. Got a heart, but it needs to up its game now. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed. he didn't, you know, I kind of understand it, bro. I kind of understand it, but fuck you.
All right, welcome back to another video. Like and subscribe, and we'll get things started. I'm going to start this bubblegum tier list off with some bubble tape. What are your thoughts?
Bubble tape is like a 90s mixtape. Nostalgic and fun, but a bit impractical.
Totally impractical. I mean, who the fuck actually makes mixtapes nowadays? It's like having a VCR in the Netflix era. Why bother? Yeah, and it doesn't come with enough gum, ever.
Endless unraveling. It's fun, but loses its flavor too quick.
Listen, this shit is like a roller coaster. You never know how many strips you're going to get. If you take too big of a strip one time, we're not going to have enough at the end.
I love it, though. It's like the endless summer of gums, always more to enjoy. But that's the fun part. It's like a never-ending party in your pocket.
Party that gets boring fast. It's exciting for a moment and then just meh.
All right, bubble tape gets an A tier from me. Fun and nostalgic, but not quite up to today's standards. Nice, let's go over Big Lead Chew, one of my personal favorites.
It's like playing dress up, fun in a nostalgic way, but not serious.
Exactly. It's like a Halloween costume. It's fun once a year and then back in the closet.
I think it's a blast from the past. It's like an old favorite song.
A song that's a bit too repetitive. Fun at first, then just annoying.
It's like wearing a baseball cap backwards. Not really something I do, but cool in theory.
A gimmick, yes, but a fun one. It's like a kid pretending to be a big leaguer, just like Joe Biden.
Fun, but loses its charm quickly. Like furry, I'll chew the shit for maybe 15 seconds and it loses its flavor.
Exactly, a one-air wonder. Good for a moment and then forgettable, just like Mike Posner.
I'm going to give it a B tier. A trip down memory lane, but not a permanent residence. Moving on to Orbit, what are your thoughts on that?
Orbit is like a smartphone. It makes you stupid. Look, it's just like a smartwatch. Modern, efficient, it just lacks a little bit of personality, but who doesn't?
Too sleek for me. It's like a modern art piece. Looks good, but lacks soul.
I appreciate its cleanliness. It's like a breath of fresh air in a smoky room.
Fresh, sure, but a bit too clinical. Like a dentist's office. It's just not a fun place.
Well, yeah, it's too efficient for me. It's like an AI robot. It does the job, but you just can't connect with it. No emotion.
Organized, but too sterile. Like an office, not really like a playground, like it should be.
It's like a well-organized desk, everything in its place. All right, I'm giving Orbit an A tier. It has a lot of flavor. It keeps your breath minty fresh for a long time. What about Trident?
The Trident is the morning job of gums. It's good for you, but not always enjoyable. Who the fuck actually does that shit every day?
Right? It's healthy but bland. It's like eating plain Greek yogurt. Nutritious, but just yawn-inducing. Could never be me.
It's health benefits surplus. The dentist always advertises this shit. It's like a comfortable pair of running shoes. Any kind of flavor. The Trident strips are also pretty delicious. Find it reliably comforting. It's like a favorite old sweater.
Comfortable, but not exciting, like a jog in a park, but, you know, not a marathon or a sprint.
Look, it's very dependable, okay? It's like a Honda Accord. It's got all the fixins, always reliable, but it's just nothing too special.
Exactly. Reliable but dull. It's like eating oatmeal every morning, but Joe probably fucking loves oatmeal.
Comforting and also predictable. It's like watching reruns on TV.
All right, Trident is going to go A tier. Dependable and good for you, but, you know, it lacks a little something. What are your opinions on Juicy Fruit?
Juicy Fruit. Yeah, it is the shit, man. It's like a summer flame. Sweet and exciting, but it never lasts.
Sweet, yes, but too fleeting. It's like a catchy tune that fades too quickly.
But its burst of flavor is unmatched, like a fireworks display around the Statue of Liberty.
It's like a shooting
Brief
star.
but brilliant.
Wish it lasted longer. Brilliant, but a funeral.
No, it's yellow because it's a burst of sunshine, okay? It's bright and cheerful. All these gums kind of fade fast, but I feel like Juicy Fruit really fucking does.
Bright, yes, but too short-lived, like I mentioned earlier. It's like a sparkler on the 4th of July.
That initial burst is what makes it special. It's like a surprise party. Our envy of Juicy Fruit in A tier just for being iconic and yellow, kind of like Donald Trump. What are your views on Bazooka Bubblebout?
Look, Bazooka is like an old arcade game, classic, but a bit out of touch.
Out of touch and too tough. It's like a stubborn old mule, George. A stubborn old mule.
I think it's classic, like an old favorite movie.
But this is a favorite, but it's dated, okay? It's literally like watching my old baby film was on VHS.
I remember when I was a kid, we still was eating this, so why the fuck were you eating it now? Look, Bazooka is a classic, okay? It's a classic, that simple.
Simple, yes, but too hard. It's like chewing on yesterday's bread.
Simplicity, charming. like the classic black and white film. I'm going to give Bazooka a B tier. The trip down memory lane is a very, very strong bubblegummy taste, but it needs updating. Now, what are your thoughts on
Pretty
Double
much the same
Bubble?
thing as Bazooka, mother flappers. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. It's like a carnival rat. Fun, but a bit childish.
Juvenile and too sweet. It's like overindulging in cotton candy.
That sweetness is its strength. It's like a Saturday morning cartoon. Here's joy.
Oh, listen, guys, Double Bubble is pure joy. Not just because I like double D's, but also just because I like double everything. And it's got double bubblegum flavor in his bitch. I mean, come on, it really is the best tasting bubblegum. Come on. Party that's a bit too loud. Fun, but overwhelming.
That's what makes it great. It's like a birthday party in gum form. There, I'm going to give Double Bubble a B tier. It's a sugary thrill, but not for every day. And what do you guys think about 5 Gum?
Look, 5 Gum is like a sci-fi movie. You would never expect something like this to exist. Plus, the branding and marketing is very sci-fi-esque.
I never take this when I see it. Childish and too sugary. It's like eating pounds of frosting. Surprising, yes, but a little bit too intense. It's like a 3D movie, not for everyone, especially when you're not wearing your glasses.
Yeah, I love the intensity. There's tons of flavor. It's like a roller coaster, thrilling and memorable.
Thrilling, but sometimes you just want to come ride. It's a bit too much for me sometimes.
Every time you open a pack. I'm going to rank 5 Gum at an S tier just because I like it more than all the other gongs. There's all different types of flavors. It tastes great, and it's not too hard, not too big, not too round, you know? Anyway, I'm going to get out of here before shit gets too rowdy. I'll see you boys later.
I know I've been the moderator a lot in these videos, but this one has to be mine. God, I love these. It's the only way I can consume 1 million calories in one day. You know, I can't do numbers less than 1 million.
Comment a balloon emoji in the comments if you think Donald is bigger than Barney the purple dinosaur.
Why is that even up for debate? Anyway, like and subscribe. Get ready for Donald's stupid chocolate bar takes.
What's wrong, Obama? Is your ego shattered? Are you really that upset I'm the one ranking chocolate and not you?
Chocolate is smooth, Donald. That's why it's called smooth chocolate. And you're very round.
Speaking of round, let's talk about mounds. That's the one without Michelle's left nut in it. Sorry, Obama.
These are Michelle's nuts?
Oh, Joe, you ass squeefer.
No. I mean, I thought Michelle made her own nuts.
Makes her own nuts? I have no idea how a nut is made.
No idea how Michelle has a pair of nuts either.
How do you make a nut? Do you think Michelle knows?
Enough. Man, I'm just gonna throw these into trash tier since 1, Almond Joy is better, and 2, both of these coconut chocolate bars suck.
There's fruit in it, so I agree. Not a real chocolate bar.
Well,
What do
I
you
think
Joe?
the coconut shreds are very delicious, but I do like the cute little almond in the Almond Joys. I'd go D tier.
Okay, then it's settled. Mounds is going into the bellows of dumpster fire. Next, I want to see what you guys think of Milky Way bars.
The Milky Way bar? Dude, I can even sympathize with you for stuffing yourself with 1 million calories worth of Milky Way bars. These things are so delicious, it's like a creamy rush of sweet chocolate and all the fixins into one bite.
This chocolate bar has been forgotten, I feel like. But why the hell did that even happen? It's so delicious and always has been. I need to get hold of these Gen X and Gen Z Pokemon and force feed them some
Super
mini
Bowl
Milky
commercials
Ways.
even had Milky Way commercials, I think. Anyway, these are clearly the best chocolate bars if you want to use the median favorite chocolate bar. There's something for everyone in this bar.
These are going S tier, no question.
Woohoo.
Okay, that was actually a decent pick. Since when is Donald on point with these ever?
You are so fucking salty, Obama. What do you think
This
about
shit
100
should
grand
be
bars?
called inflation bars instead because it's inflated with air. And if that's 100 grand, then inflation must be really bad because I feel like 10 cents eating these.
Yeah, I too feel like less than a gumball after I eat these for some reason. Something about it just makes me feel like a weirdo when I'm done.
Have you all lost your minds? It's just the name of the bar. Why would you hate the term 100 grand?
We don't hate the term "you dense milkshake." We just know false advertising when we see it.
Listen, these Rice Krispies are elite, and it's a very great consistency. Quite a nice pull. Quit fucking hating.
Love how you defend the fattest, richest candy bar on this list, Trump.
Okay, settle down, Urkel. I'm going to throw this one into C tier for you guys. What do you guys think about Twix bars?
That cookie crunch is incredible.
Crusty nut tasting candy bar.
Whoa,
Oh,
now.
Lord, what the fuck was
Did
that?
you just say crusty nut?
Yeah, that's not what's in the 100 grand bars.
No, Joe, and if you haven't noticed, we're done with 100 grand bars. We're ranking Twix bars now, you dementia-ridden fuck.
Seriously, Joe, you're like 1,000 years behind us every time.
My schmognative ability or whatever isn't the best. Give me a break. Kind of like a Twix bar. I like this candy bar because it's black and would vote for me.
Would vote for me is what you meant to say, bitch.
Enough of that, although Joe does have a point. It's good to give people a break. The cookie crunch, caramel, and smooth indents on the bar make it a very enjoyable scarfing experience. I'm going to have to put Twix bars into A tier. Any complaints?
Nope. This chocolate bar would definitely vote for me, though.
In your dreams, Obama. I'd rank it in S tier, but I'm okay with a solid A tier.
Great. No objections. What do we think about Snickers bars?
I'm allergic to peanuts.
Weenie.
Come on, Joe. That's not fair. He can't change the fact he's allergic to peanuts, just like he can't change the color of his...
Whoa, now I'm going to step in and save you before you say something out of pocket.
Good save, Obama. Snickers really piss me off. The commercials made me believe if I eat just one bite of these Snickers bars, that all my problems would go away.
Joe, after 25 years of anger management, I am proud to say that a Snickers bar relieves more stress than anger management classes.
Yeah, like I said, I can't really speak
Will I
on
ever
this one.
find true happiness?
Not here, Joe. You pansy. Gonna throw Snickers into trash tier. I think it's the most overrated chocolate bar that exists. Next up, what do we think about Kit Kats?
I was thinking you'd never ask, this is the best chocolate bar, which is funny because it's a very simple mixture of chocolate and wafers.
Can't nobody argue with that. The Kit Kat slaps all the time, in any situation. I remember one night for dinner last winter, I ate 5 Kit Kat bars with my dinner, and it didn't ruin a damn thing. I even was able to pop a boner after.
Way too much info, Biden. There ain't no way in hell that's a true story. I'm convinced Jill hasn't gotten any since 1929.
She's had Kit Kats every year since then. What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. Ignorance is bliss. Going S tier with these Kit Kats. Okay, now what do we think about Butterfingers?
I'm allergic, remember?
Shut the fuck up, you nerd. Your peanut allergy is starting to piss me off.
That's so sad. You'll never experience a solid Butterfinger. This chocolate bar tastes the best with ice cream, so, I can't go lower than A tier. Fuck it, I gotta go S tier. It's so deliciously crunchy, creamy,
Yes, but I
and
feel
nutty.
it lacks a little something. Doesn't have the girth nor the stuffing required to really give it that fat boy chocolate feel. Wait a minute. Let me add a no homo onto that, because that sounded pretty gay. This is a tough one, but I'm going B tier.
Just because I said I wouldn't go above A tier. You fucking sausage.
Calm down, Patty Pimblett. I got one asthmatic nerd over here who can't eat these, and then an 81-year-old man whose teeth would break if he smelled this thing the wrong way. Point is, I'm doing the best I can with the artists I was given. Okay, next up, how do we feel about Three Musketeers?
I can definitely speak on this one with my asthmatic ass. The Three Musketeers movie was pretty terrible, was not really a fan, but the chocolate bar is amazing. Apparently, these are stuffed with nougat, but they taste nothing like the nougat in other candy bars. Overall, this shit tastes
There's marshmallow
saucy.
added to it. That's
S-tier
why
from
Obama.
me.
No, there isn't. It's just whipped nougat, you assholes.
Wait, really? Let me Google it. Oh, wow. They do use whipped nougat. Wait a minute. Does that mean yes? In the ingredients, they list egg whites. I'm fucking repulsed. Now I have to change my ranking to trash tier.
Are you allergic to protein too, Obama?
You really are an asthmatic bitch. This thing is S tier. I'm not froggy about a little egg whites, and you shouldn't be either.
Egg whites are much like a certain substance you swallow every day that Michelle makes on her special stove, the Nutbuster 6000. We'll spare the audience from saying the name of the fluid, but it rhymes with the word bum.
What is this? The roast of Obama?
No, it's the roast of Obama.
You guys must have a lot of nutsack on your mind because you've been on my nuts this whole tier list.
If we did, I'm sure you would be much more open to conversation, Obama. But instead, we're going to discuss crunch bars next.
Gotta go S tier. S tier for the Musketeers.
These aren't S tier, but they're close to the top.
Unpopular take, it's called the Crunch Bar because the chocolate itself is crunchy, not because of the Rice Krispies inside.
Oh my God, Obama, what did they do to you in the White House?
Is that true?
If I stay here for another 5 minutes, I'm going to lose enough brain cells to power the brain of a large horse.
That sounds like a huge advancement in scientific achievement.
Crunch bars are fire. I'd go S tier, but that's just because I'm not a big fan of chocolate bars with filling. It's like mostly filling that you're eating when you eat those, and my teeth feel instantly butt-fucked after.
Watch your choice of words, Obama.
Fuck you.
I'm going to throw these into C tier. They don't taste like much, and the big crunch bar is never actually big enough. I'm always left wanting more after I eat these for some reason.
B tier for crunch bars. Next, how do we feel about Toblerone?
They don't even make them in Switzerland anymore since 2022. I really haven't noticed a difference in the taste, though.
Slaps so hard, but it's so bad for your teeth that I can't go higher than B tier.
Valid point, especially the ones with the extra nougat and stuff. When I take a bite, the nougat, caramel, or whatever sticky substance always cements the nuts or fruit inside my teeth. If my dentist caught me eating these, he would probably provide me with a free cleaning just to stop the negligence.
Damn, bro. That's a good dentist right there.
Bet he'll give you a little fluoride treatment, too, eh?
If those are the analogies you use for sex, then I would be scared to watch you flirt.
Let me see if Melania will help me film my next video called How to Pick Up Latina Women With or Without a Border Wall.
Yeah, well, getting back to the topic, Toblerone bars are amazing. I especially like the fruit and nut mix. It's also one of the only chocolate bars that is over 2,000 calories per bar. So you know my brolic ass loves eating these. Going into S tier, it's bulking season, bye-bye.
You ever try skipping bulking season for a change?
Nah, baby, that was lightweight. Okay, next up, how do we feel about Rolos?
Okay, these are some of the best candies out there. One little Rolo will fill you up and give you so much chocolate caramel flavor.
True, they are very economical, but I disagree with the sustenance part. I can never stop eating these. The pieces are so fucking tiny.
That caramel is gas, bro. One Rolo, and I instantly feel the craving
so
go away.
small.
I really like the ratio of chocolate to caramel, too.
God help the motherfuckers who brought these to school. You cantry and
Guys,
hide them,
it's like 3
but as soon
millimeters
as I see
wide.
that brown cylinder, I'm asking you for a piece. And then another piece, and another,
This is candy for
and
chipmunks.
another.
Can't you speak from a place of normal body weight for once?
You know what? Facts, bro. Although the Rolo package won't even provide the calories to lift a 5-pound box over my head, I'm gonna throw these into S tier.
You fat
You just
fuck.
can't please people, I tell you. Okay, what do we think about York bars?
Peppermint candy.
Yeah, this ain't
Whack.
for me.
Very American packaging, though. Kind of reminds me of the
It's
Yankees.
basically tin foil. Shut the fuck up.
Stronger than you are, Joe.
Come on, it really is just aluminum foil, bro.
Okay, fuck me then, I guess.
So the chocolate bar itself is pretty whack, not gonna lie. Peppermint and chocolate has never been a good mix for me.
We know, bro, you a black on black type of guy.
Well, now, Joe, I thought I was the one who needed saving from racist comments. What's wrong with peppermint and chocolate? The chocolate takes the edge off the peppermint, so it doesn't have that toothpaste effect.
Oh yeah, the toothpaste effect is nasty, but I'll agree it doesn't have that effect. For me, York bars could go C tier or D tier, but I'm leaning heavy on the D tier side.
This is so much better than brushing my teeth, so I'm going to go S tier.
Sorry, folks. We're experiencing technical difficulties due to Obama being an asthmatic, peanut allergic pussy and Joe's android brain needing an Apple Genius Bar employee to fix. We can table this chocolate bar discussion for another day. Let me just throw York bars into D tier and call the Joe Biden repairman.
It's all going downhill from here.
Good night, folks. Love you.
Beep boop. I've been selected to do this tier list because I look more like Dave Portnoy than you three uglies. First up, anchovies. What do you think?
You'd have to be Evel Knievel or the guy from Hot Rod to put these on your pizza. That is classified as a fucking publicity stunt, not a pizza topping.
Notice these were both virgins.
They add a unique flair, though, like a jazz solo in a symphony.
Unique, but more divisive than your domestic policies.
Anchovies are getting a D tier. I guess they aren't for everybody, but I like the salt and pop that the sardines have. Not gonna lie, I eat these raw. Now pepperoni.
Pepperoni is the rock star of pizza toppings. Classic and loved by all. Plus the cup-shaped pepperonis are straight gas. I don't fuck with the honey-roni pie, though. Keep the honey on those sweet-ass cheeks, man.
Classic, yes. But fucking sickening. Pepperoni used to be a Kraft slice. Now it's just basic preteen pizza.
Its popularity is well-deserved. I eat a lot of this, actually. Wait a minute. Did you say preteen?
Popular, but not very adventurous. It's like vacationing in your hometown, like you don't have tropical resorts all over the world like myself. Not bragging, just saying it like it is.
Pepperoni scores an S tier, a crowd pleaser. Though if the crowd is younger than 11, it's a life hack. Your thoughts on meatballs?
Very hearty, but Joe, don't act like we're all just gonna move on from that disgusting comment you just made.
Yeah, man, what the fuck was that shit? I ain't even ranking these meatballs for you now.
They bring a homely touch, though. Like every time I eat pizza, I kind of want some zesty protein, and this one hits.
You're way too zesty, dude. Please shut the fuck up. You really make my skin crawl.
Damn, George, don't get too upset
Quiet,
now.
bitch. A real one is speaking. Meatballs taste better than any other meat on pizza, like ham, sausage, or ground beef. Like, for real, meatballs are like the second most Italian thing next to pizza.
Meatballs are getting a C tier from me. How about sausage?
Sausage is the spicy kick, like a thrill ride at an amusement park.
A thrill ride that's a bit bumpy. Can be greasy and overwhelming if you're not a gay freak.
Adds a unique flavor, though, but Obama, really? A thrill ride? You do it to yourself, bro.
I don't want to say anything, really.
Sausage gets an A tier, a flavorful addition, but can be a bit greasy.
Hell yeah, it can.
Quiet Obama, how do y'all like pineapple?
Pineapple is great on pizza, I won't even lie. Give me 2 for $20 pineapple pies at Domino's any day of the week.
Divisive, and rightly so. I think it's putrid. No real paisan would ever approve of this. It's not even pizza at that point, Bafangul.
It brings a sweet pop to it, man. This shit is bomb. Don't care what you say. Cooking pineapple is always a great idea. So juicy and delicious.
Sweet but out of place. It's like a comedy act in a drama play.
Pineapple ranks a B tier, a bold choice, but not for everyone. Your views on mushrooms?
Mushrooms are the unsung heroes of pizza toppings. Subtle and earthy. Love adding a bit of foie gras to my meal.
I disagree. I don't think they add anything except mushroom juices, which taste like the inside of my gooch.
They add a nice umami flavor, though. Get yourself some help. Obama, the word gooch and the word grundle are 2 things I never even want to think about.
Forgettable. Not the greatest topping, but there is something so satisfying about a nice charcoal and mushroom flavor combined. Mushrooms earn an A tier. Opinions on BBQ chicken.
BBQ chicken is something to be eaten at barbecues and at KFC only. Do not put this shit on pizza.
I agree. It's a bit of a mismatch. Kinda would just prefer it when I get my Chinese food, thanks.
I hope they gave you a side of spare ribs with all that money they sent you from China.
You guys are kidding, right? None of y'all like barbecue chicken pizza? I, for one, really love it. It's got such a tangy sweetness. And barbecue chicken is the shit, man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
BBQ chicken gets a C tier Obama. Shut the hell up. I won't take it any further than that. What about pasta on pizza?
Pasta is like adding gunky carbs to more gunky carbs. Pointless.
Unnecessary, yes. Even I can use a break from the carbs once in a while. My boy, God rest his soul, Rich Piana, told me to just go get the lettuce wrap when I go to Carl's Jr. and I've been so damn shredded ever since.
It's a carb overload, but in a fun way. Plus, pasta tastes great with sauce and cheese, too. It's like the best of Italy in one bite.
Fun, but too much. At some point, you got to live with your fat, shameless self as soon as you sit down, and it's going to be ugly.
Pasta earns a D tier, creative, but a bit over the top. Your thoughts on buffalo chicken?
Pull in the wild card, homie. Buffalo wings and pizza in one bite. That shit slaps so hard, especially on NFL
Too
Sunday, baby.
spicy, too much shit. It isn't pizza, again, as I said with the pineapple, and there's only one meat that does it better than anyone.
Don't you mean
and that's
meatballs?
meatballs.
No, he means me. Balls Biden. Try some confidence. It tastes good. Buffalo wings are amazing, but it depends on the place. Got to have lots of cheese. Make it a big slice. And make sure your buffalo chicken comes with ranch and a nice crunchy shell.
Buffalo chicken scores an A tier, a spicy kick, but not always made properly. Lastly, sardines. What do you think?
Please, bro. You only eat sardines if you're homeless or in prison. I don't see why you would add it to pizza.
Your taste is that of a prepubescent Greta Thunberg. Sardines are actually a nice shift for those with a sophisticated palate.
Shut the fuck up, Fairy.
Hey, don't talk shit about fairies. Don't you know the tooth fairy gave you money when you was a bum? Sardines are extremely salty and stinky, so I would say trash tier, man. Like way too extra.
Distinct, but too niche. I can understand why some people wouldn't want a SpongeBob boatload of salt on their pizza. No cap. Sardines get a D tier. They're really not bad if you're an old man and love salt like me, baby. All right, gotta go. Take care of yourselves, guys.
Hello all, and welcome back. Thank you to everyone who followed us on social media. Y'all look so sexy right now. Let's start with Vitamin Water XXX, which is really ACAI blueberry. What are your thoughts? This vitamin water is pretty good, but blueberry is too basic. Tastes a little chemicals in this one too.
The blend of acai, blueberry, and pomegranate is a nice blend. It does taste chalky, though. I'd fuck this one off into C tier.
Not sure what you guys are complaining about. Tastes like good H20 to me. I'm gonna go B tier though, because acai is so whack.
I find it quite refreshing and definitely not the worst, but that chalk aftertaste makes me want to give it a C tier.
Why are you talking so weird like that, Obama? I'm throwing this into C tier. Now, dragon fruit. Your views?
This flavor just screams pussy. It looks and tastes like a tampon. There, I said it.
Christ Trump, get your head out of your ass. This is one of the best flavors of vitamin water.
Yeah, this is tampon juice for real, for real. I love it. Gotta go S tier.
Please, guys. I'm trying to eat breakfast. This is disgusting. And the flavor is okay. I don't know how this conversation went in this direction, but I'd give it a solid B tier. What are your opinions on Essential Orange?
It's a classic orange flavor, very refreshing. Probably my favorite flavor, although vitamins taste like shit. S tier, brochachos.
Am I the only one that wants to make an orange man bad joke?
No, trust me, George, that was my first impulse. Orange man bad.
Sometimes simplicity is key. Orange juice is always the go-to. I'd go S tier, very refreshing, almost as much as the lemonade flavor.
Essential Orange earns a B tier then. I'm not too fond of it, but it seems like everyone else enjoys it. What about the energy flavor?
Energy is like a wake-up call in a bottle, like a splash of cold water in the morning.
The tropical citrus flavor is invigorating, like a brisk morning jog.
Sleepy Joe. Nothing in this world could possibly wake you up for a morning jog. Who the fuck are you kidding? This flavor is elite, but there ain't no way you take morning jogs.
Yeah, stop the cap, Joe. If anything on this earth could wake you up, America wouldn't be in this situation. Energy gets an A tier, a sweet and invigorating choice. It's called tropical citrus flavor, but tastes less citrusy than you would expect. Now let's discuss Multi-V, aka lemonade.
Best flavor, hands down. Getting my lemonade fix while also ingesting a ton of vitamins. It's a big win.
This flavor is kind of whack, bro. Why wouldn't you just drink real lemonade?
This isn't loaded with tons of sugar like traditional lemonade drinks. Perfect for when I want some lemonade but don't want to spike my insulin.
I appreciate the lemonade flavor, but I agree with Joe here. There are plenty of other lemonade drinks that are far superior. Gonna go B tier though, because it's one of the better flavors.
Multi-V is going into A tier Obama. I won't listen to that opinion unless you bring a specific example of another superior lemonade drink. Your views on Restore aka Fruit Punch flavor?
Such a legendary drink. When vitamin water first became popular, nothing came close to the fruit punch flavor. It's the best tasting for sure, and doesn't give off any weird chemical taste.
I do love this flavor, but not just because I'm black.
Can be too sweet for me, though, Obama. Not as sweet as Kool-Aid, but it's still too sweet. Gonna go C tier.
I like the hydration it offers, and this one definitely tastes like there aren't as many sweeteners in it. I'm gonna go A tier. What are your opinions on Focus?
This, the kiwi strawberry flavor,
Yes, Sirski.
fucking trash, garbage, butthole, juice, hot dog, water, saliva, mucus, discharge, disgusting seepage of a drink.
You lost me at trash.
Shut your bitch ass up, Joe.
Sometimes the flavor seems artificial, like a pocket pussy I just sucked on.
Chris Joe. I do not appreciate your analogies. Get the fuck off the mic. I'm throwing this into trash tier. What about Gutsy?
I like it, but I just taste peach. No watermelon flavor at all.
You sound pissed. Obama, take it easy. This flavor is buns, bro.
I hate when things are advertised as watermelon flavor and they don't taste like good watermelon. Trash tier for me.
I hate when things dressed in blue donkey suits pretend they're going to make the country better.
Come on now. This is supposed to be free from hostility. No, wait, that's not right. Fuck you, Joe, and Obama, you poop eaters. Watermelon peach is going D tier, gentlemen. What do we think about recovery?
I've never seen this shit before. What the hell is this?
You little whiny baby, Obama.
Oh, yes. I have no idea what the fuck this is. Alrighty, folks, that'll do it. Peace.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, starting with Golden Delicious. Thoughts?
Gotta say, it's good to hear from you again, Obama. I'm used to hearing you through your clone, Joe Biden. Golden Delicious, wait, why are you starting with that? If that's weird, comment a thumbs up emoji.
It's versatile, though, like a white canvas, ready for any recipe.
Listen, don't ever question my decision-making, bro. Sometimes it's a bit too soft for my taste, like a pillow that's lost its firmness, but that doesn't mean I can't rank the yellow one first.
Yeah, well, I can appreciate the subtle weirdness. The fact that this is yellow means it's okay to rank it first.
Okay, listen. Golden Delicious is getting a C tier. They're commonly used when cooking and eaten raw, although they're too tart for myself to eat raw. Next, the Granny Smith apple. Your views?
I guess we can get these odd apples out of the way first. Granny Smiths are also only really used for cooking, and they're bitter as hell. Trash tier.
Not as bitter as you after losing the election.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
It's very much a sour apple, and I don't mind that so much. I'm gonna go C tier.
Can be a bit too tart for some, myself included.
I love it zing. Perfect for waking up your taste buds. No other apple really smacks like this one. I'd go A tier.
Granny Smith scores a trash tire. George, sorry, buddy. How about Macoun apples?
Macoun is a double entendre for my coon, which can mean my bitch, my pussy, or my cat. It's not as well known as the other apples, but has an amazing dark red color.
I would always paint my GTA cars Macoun red.
Oh, that's what that color was? Nice work, Donald. Its texture is perfect. Much softer than the traditional rock-hard apple slices.
Juicy, too. It's a bit delicate, though, like in a smushy way that doesn't smush right with my dentures.
Well, known or not, I don't give a fuck. This apple is the best. Simply amazing. S tier for these. Now, what are your opinions on Pink Crisp?
Pink Crisp is what I call Jill when it's time to eat the pork rinds.
Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up.
Joe, you sick fuck.
For real, for real. When I eat that box, it's crunchy, sweet, and very tart all at the same time. The perfect combination of flavor.
That was some really sick shit, Joe. Like, for real, I don't understand what made you say that. Pink Crisps are okay, but I don't like tart apples. That's why I'm getting them out of the way first.
Sometimes it's a bit too firm for me, like a mattress that needs breaking in. I'd go trash tier because of all the apples, this one tastes the worst.
Especially after Joe's depraved, trauma-inducing comments. I wouldn't want this higher than trash tier.
I enjoy its crunchiness, but overall, they really suck. Gonna go trash tier with this one. Let's discuss Fuji apples.
Fuji is a dope name. The apples themselves are pretty good, but they are too overrated. Most people will say this is their favorite apple.
Where should I put these? I'm thinking A tier.
Yeah, I don't know about A tier. I'd give it a solid B, though. They have a good amount of crisp and flavor, but they lack flavor and juiciness.
The Fuji name is definitely heard far and wide, but never really satisfies. Gonna throw this into C tier. Next up, what do we think about Gala apples?
Gala apples are like the life of the party. Who doesn't think of a Fresh Villa supermarket when they hear the name Gala apples?
Their size is just right, like a perfectly portioned meal. It seems like they're fresher and crisper than normal apples as well. Got to go D tier though, because I don't like how they look.
Little dim on the shine there. A, Joey. Looks like a faded apple that went through the washing machine. They taste fresh, but not a ton of flavor. I'm going to go C tier.
We eat apples for their sweetness, not its fucking mild blandness. Gala is going C tier for being the most basic, boring apple. How about Honeycrisp apples?
Honeycrisp is pretty heat, I can't lie. Always hits the spot when I want a nice apple, but they aren't my favorite.
They aren't mine either because of the tartness.
Will you shut the fuck up about the tartness, Obama? It would do you some good, put some hair on your chest.
Obama with chest hair is something I just cannot picture.
Can be a bit pricey. That's my only objection. Throw it into a tier.
Worth every penny for that satisfying crunch. I'm going to go A tier.
Honeycrisp is going into B tier. Opinions on Macintosh apples?
I don't even notice these when I go to the supermarket because I have all my other round shotties all oiled up for me in the apple baskets.
Joe, how did you turn apples into something depraved and sexual? You have some serious issues.
Sometimes I like to spice it
You
up.
always like to spice it up, Joe. You need to figure out how to tone it down because I'm really tired of having the same conversation with you.
It's really sickening to hear you sexualize everything, Joe. You really had a senator bent over in sex gear on the floor of the Senate.
Oh, my Lord, it's so hard to stay on topic now. Macintosh apples are great, okay, but clearly forgotten because of the Apple Company. I'm going to go A tier. This one is an unsung hero.
I was going to say the same thing, Trump. A tier for Macintosh. Next, what do we think about Empire apples?
Empire apples are like a balanced equation, just the right mix of sweet and tart. Going to go A tier for these. And how could you not like New York stuff?
They're crunchy and satisfying. An overall great apple. Like an NBA 2K player with well-rounded stats. Gonna go B tier for always being there.
They don't stand out much, kind of bland if you ask me. I'm going to go D tier.
I can appreciate their versatility. Being adaptable to change is the best quality to have as a president. So I'm going to put these into B tier. They lack the juiciness and deep flavor of other apples, but always give you what you asked for. What about Red Delicious?
Red Delicious is like the popular kid that lost its charm. Very red, but not very delicious. I'll have to go C tier.
Sometimes they're a bit mealy, and they definitely aren't delicious. I'd go D tier. Good eye, George.
You're a bit mealy, Joe. These are good apples. I don't understand the hate. Sure, you can get a stale apple, but that's every strain. I'm going to go B tier.
Joe is quite mealy. I never thought to describe him like that, and these apples are decent, but clearly not the right name for them since they are rarely delicious. I'm going D tier, like Joe said. Lastly, Opal apples. Opal apples are the newcomers with a twist. Crisp, sweet, with a hint of tartness.
Hot take these apple slap. Call that a slapping apple. S
Their
tier.
non-browning feature is like a gadget that has an extra useful function. They're rather ordinary apples besides that, though. I'd give it B tier for a slightly above average experience.
I enjoy the subtle blend of crispiness, sweetness, and tartness. It's definitely better than your average apple, and I can always count on them to be consistent. However, they're basic as fuck, so I gotta go C tier.
Although these apples are good, I just don't understand the name. Why name an apple after a beautiful gemstone when they aren't that shiny or spectacular? Gotta go C tier. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching.